So are you able to see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. The thing is, like, right now, let me create a project called as student enroll system. Okay. Enroll system. Any project, if I'm like a student, okay, student registration. Okay, let's think that registration system. Okay. If you, I mean, like any web application, you will see three types of things. One is like view, that is called as HTML. Another one is like database layer. Another one is like business layer. Okay.
Okay.
One is like what we have, like class. We are creating a class called as student UI. This is user interface, just like our HTML. Okay.
Okay.
Which is public static void main string args. Okay. Let me, okay, and I have another class, new class called as student BO or business object. We call it as, it is like, let's say, business layer. Okay.
Okay.
And I have another class called as new class, which is a database layer. Okay. Student DB. Okay. Click on finish. Now in student DB class, okay, that you think that there is a method. Okay. Public void insert student student details. Okay. This is the method that I do have. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. And usually in every project, I will be having some class called as Java Bean class. Okay. I think so. We discussed about Java Bean. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Student is the Java Bean class. What are the properties that student will have?
Name, ID number.
Yes, private string, name, and private int ID. Okay, these are the two properties that I have. So we need to create setters and getters. Do you remember how to create a setters and getters? Can you help me?
Yeah, we need to go to source.
Okay.
And then we have generate getters and setters.
Okay. Source, generate getters and setters. Okay. Select all. Click OK. Fine. Okay. What I am doing in student UI classes, I will do one thing. I will have main method. In student BO also, let you think that there is a method for me. Okay. This is service layer. Okay. I have something like public void insert student. Okay. Fine. Okay. Here what I am doing is, usually I will get input from UI layer. For example, it is just like our Facebook registration form. Okay.
Okay.
I'll create an object for student. Okay. Student space student one equal to new student. Okay. This is what object I have created. Okay. And I'm setting the values. Student one dot set student ID as 1 and student one dot set student name as, it's like Rahul is a student name. Okay.
Yeah.
Rahul is a student name. Okay. What I do is, in real time, we create an object for the business layer. What is the business layer? BO. Student BO. Okay. Student space student BO equal to new. I'm sorry, something wrong here. Student BO. Okay. Student BO. Okay.
Okay.
What the student BO method consists? Student BO consists of, it consists of insert student. Okay. So earlier we have seen passing parameters. Am I right?
Yeah.
I take int a comma int b. I am passing the parameters. Okay, that was primitive data for the data types. Now let's see how we are going to pass object as a parameter. Okay. My insert student is taking student object as a parameter. So what I am going to do is simply, earlier if it is int a I used to say. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now it is student. What I am going to do is student. Okay. Space student. Okay. Now this method is going to take student as parameter. Okay.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do here is in student DB. So from the service layer, it has to go to the student DB. Okay.
Okay.
In student DB also, I am going to send student as a parameter. Okay, student DB. Okay, in that I just going to, sorry, it is like student, not student DB. It is student. Student is as a parameter. Okay, student. What I am going to do is I'm just writing sysout. I'm just displaying values. Okay, student ID. Okay.
Okay.
Plus simply what I'm saying here, already I'm passing the parameter. I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm getting the values from there. Student dot get student get ID. Get ID. Okay. Similarly, I'm saying sysout student name. Okay. Just I'm saying student dot get name. Okay.
Okay.
Now what happens is the student will have the values that you have passed. This is the student is an object. It will contains all the values whatever you passed from there. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to student BO. Okay. What I'm going to do is, so in real time how the flow comes in the sense, I'm opening the paint. First, we have something called as UI layer. Okay.
Okay.
In the UI layer, this is the UI layer. Okay. UI layer. UI. It is less like our HTML. Okay. Or it's like our registration form. Okay. Facebook registration form. Okay.
Okay.
From our UI layer, I mean like from our UI layer. Okay. We will have a layer called as service layer. This is our service layer. Okay. Service layer is nothing but student BO. Okay.
Okay.
From service layer, it will hit the database layer. Okay. How it happens, I'll show database layer. Okay. It is like student DB. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we have another thing called as model. Okay. Which is like object. Student is a model. Am I right?
Yeah.
Student is a model. Okay. Fine. Now the connection will be from the HTML file to the service layer, and from the service layer to the business layer to the DB database layer. Okay.
Okay.
In suppose what I'm going to do is, if I am entering some values in the registration form, okay, if I am entering some values into registration form, and when I submit, first in the registration form, I am going to create an object for the service layer. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever the values that are entered in the student, that will be passed to the student BO layer. Okay.
Okay.
From the student BO layer, those values will be passed to the database layer. Okay. Okay. If I want the values to be passed from the student registration form to the student BO layer, in the student registration form, I need to create object for student BO layer. Am I right?
Yeah.
If I want to pass the values from student BO layer to student database layer, I need to create an object for student database layer in the student BO layer. Am I right?
Yeah.
So now what I did is, in student UI is nothing but registration form. I created an object for BO layer. Am I right?
Yeah.
From student BO layer, I will access student BO dot insert student details, and I am passing this student object, student one. Okay.
Okay.
This student one I am sending. Okay. What does the student one consist of? It consists of student ID as 1 and name as Rahul. Okay. And this value will be sent to student BO layer. Okay. Now student BO layer, here student is holding the value as 1 and name as Rahul. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now I want to send these values to the database layer. Then what should I do? I need to create object for the database. Yes, object. Okay. Student DB space student. Okay. I'm going to create DB equal to new student DB. Now to which method I need to send?
to the DB layer.
Insert student details method. Am I right?
Yeah.
That method I need to call now. Okay. Student DB dot insert student details. What it is taking as a parameter? It is taking parameter as student. Am I right?
Yeah.
So already I had to have student object. This one only. I'm sending that value. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's look at the service once again. I have UI layer. This is UI is nothing but user interface layer or registration form. Here I am creating object for student one with some value which is holding some values, and then I'm going to create an object for business layer which is passing student objects as parameter to the insert student method. Then from the student BO layer, we are creating object for student DB layer, and we are passing the values to the student DB layer. This is how it is flowing. When I run this program, see, it is going to display the values. See, student ID 1 and name as Rahul. Did you understood?
Yeah.
So how it is going? Use a UI layer. From UI layer, it is going to the business layer, and from business layer, it is going to the database layer. This is how it will be. Okay.
Okay.
So what the thing is like, usually we never handle some exceptions in the database layer. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to handle some exceptions in the database layer. Okay. Especially, so usually we put try and catch block. Am I right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to handle some exception in my database layer. So at that point, if I want to handle some exception in the database layer, what should I am going to do? I will use try catch block and I'll throw that exception. Okay.
Yeah.
But if I don't want to handle that exception, then I simply will put something like throws some exception. Okay. For example, what I am going to do is, before explaining this, I want to demonstrate something like user defined exception. Okay. User defined exception. Okay. There are, I already said that Java has defined some exceptions. Okay. That is like Java defined exceptions. Okay. Defined exceptions. We have already some predefined exceptions by Java that are called Java defined exceptions. Like, for example, there are many exceptions defined by the Java. Okay. I mean, like I cannot describe all the things. Like I can say that arithmetic exception. When we get arithmetic exception, when you are dividing it by 0. Am I right?
Yeah.
Similarly, null pointer exception. Null pointer exception. This is also one of the exception defined by the Java. Similarly, class not found exception. Okay.
Okay.
Class not found exception. For example, if you think that there was some Java file, you thought that there is some Java file, and but the Java file is not existing, then you get class not found exception. Okay.
Okay.
And file not found exception. Okay. You are trying to read the content from a file where the file doesn't exist. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Similarly, no method definition found exception. It means that you are trying to access some method, but the method is not existing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. There are some these kind of exceptions were defined in the Java. Okay. So apart from Java defined exception, you can define your own exception. That is defection. You can define we can define our own exception called as user defined exception. Okay.
Okay.
Define exception. Okay. In the user defined exception, how to define a user defined exception? Okay. First step is our class has to extend the exception class. Here you see hierarchy, am I right? Inheritance. Next is our class should have a constructor with parameter. Okay. This is one more step. Okay. This is two steps. Okay. For example, I want to define some exception. What is exception? Student ID should not be 0. Okay. If the student ID is 0, it should throw an error stating that student ID should not be 0. Okay.
Yeah.
Java has defined some exceptions, but it doesn't define whether the student ID should be 0 or less than 0. Am I right?
Yeah.
So that is our own defined exception. That exception we are going to define. So for that, what I am going to do is I am going to create a class. Okay. So class called as my exception. Okay.
Okay.
What is the rule one stating as
The
per the
class
rule?
should extend the exception class.
Okay, it should extend exception class. Okay. Right click java.lang.exception. Okay, save the program. Okay. And what it is saying, it should have, our class should have constructor with parameter. For example, I want to display some error message. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say public string message I'm taking. Okay.
Okay.
Now what I'm going to do is I simply generate a constructor, my exception. Okay.
Okay.
My exception is a constructor. Okay. What I'm going to do is here, which is taking some string message. Okay. I just said message. Okay. Now you need to say this dot msg equal to msg. Am I right? Did you
Yeah.
got this?
Yeah.
Okay. Now
Yes.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to create setters and getters for this. Source, generate getters and setters. Okay. Now this is my own exception class. Okay. This
Okay.
is the rule. Now what I am going to do is, as per our rules, our student ID should not be 0. Am I right?
Yeah.
So simply I'm going to DB layer. See, what I'm going to do is simply if student, sorry, already we have student object. Am I right? Student dot get student ID, get ID. Okay. Double equal to 0. What I'm going to do is, see, simply in one statement I'm going to do. Okay, simply I'm putting here. Simply I'm putting try block. Okay. Catch of. See in try what I'm doing. If student ID equal to 0, I'm showing throw. Earlier what I'm doing, throw new arithmetic expression. That is what I did. You remember?
Yeah.
So now I'm going throw new my user defined exception. That is called as my exception. Am I right?
Okay.
My exception. I'm putting some message. Student ID should not be 0. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is how I'm sending. So when I throw some exception, alternately I need to catch that exception. What is exception? Catch my exception space exception something. Okay. In the catch block, what I'm going to do is, okay, 1 second, unreachable code. Yes, this is unreachable code. Just I'm going to write this code. Okay. Catch my exception. What I'm going to do is exception. I'm going to do exception dot get message. This is what we declared. Am I right? This is the method name. Okay.
Yeah.
It is a string. Am I right? What I'm going to simply I'm printing that message. String message. Simply message. Okay. What exception dot message. Okay. So here what I'm doing is I'm printing the message. That's it. Sys out message. Okay.
Okay.
Here this is what I'm doing. When I run this program, student ID with ID value as 0. Okay. When I run this program, save, run the project. See, student ID should not be 0. Did you see the error message?
Yeah.
It states that this is my exception this is my own user defined exception. Did you understood?
Okay.
Okay. Now this is how we create user defined exceptions. Okay. Now let me say that I don't want to handle this kind of exceptions. If student dot get ID equal to 0, I don't want to handle using throw statement here. I don't want to use try catch block in my project. Okay.
Okay.
Then what I do is simply for some exceptions. Okay, for simply what I do is I use throws my exception. Okay, throws my exception. It means that if in this class, if any exception occurs, okay, then that will be not handled in this try catch block. Then you can see error here. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here I should at least catch. See, surround with try catch block. You understood? Here I need to handle that exception. Okay.
Okay.
Throws keyword. That is the purpose of throws keyword. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Did you understood the flow from the student TI?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I got that.
Student AO, student BO, student DV, and this is how we create our own exception. Okay. And
Okay.
let me demonstrate with another class. Okay. Let me do one thing. Simply I'm going to do new class, something like calculator. Okay. Calculator is my class. Finish. Okay. What is just this calculator? We have some class called as class like get values from DB. This is one class I have. Okay, you think that? Okay. I have another class which is like class. I have something like get numeric values. Okay, values. Okay, this is another class I have. Okay, what I'm going to do is I have main method in this. Okay,
Okay.
some method like public void. Okay, reminder. I'm calculating the remainder. Okay. In this remainder, what it is going to do is it's taking two values, int comma a I comma int b. Okay.
Okay.
Here again, I'm going to have some method like public void calculate remainder. Okay. It is taking two values. Okay. Int I comma int j. Okay. What I'm going to do is int result equal to I divided by j. This is what I'm doing. Okay.
Okay.
J. Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an object for get values from DB. Okay, because here I'm passing from that method. Okay,
Yeah.
DB equal to new get values from DB. Okay, and DB dot what I'm doing calculate remainder, and I'm going to pass some values like A and B are passing. Okay,
Yeah.
A comma B. Okay.
Yeah.
Here again, I'm creating object for get numeric values. Okay, get numeric values. Sorry, get numeric value space val equal to new get numeric values val dot remainder of 10 comma 2 0. Let me take. Okay.
Okay.
So I mean like I will call this method. This method will call this method. Okay. Obviously, to return an error. Am I right? What error it is going to throw? Arithmetic exception. Am I right? As our arithmetic exception. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put try block. Okay. I'm going to put catch block. Am I right?
Yeah.
Catch arithmetic exception. Okay. In arithmetic exception, EE. This is what I'm going to do. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm just putting some error. You are dividing by 0. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me run this program. Save, go to run the program. You can see you're dividing by 0 error message. Okay.
Yeah.
But what the thing is now, I don't want to handle any exception here.
Okay.
I don't want to use try catch block in my get values from DB.
Yeah.
Okay. Simply what I'm going to do is, okay, just I'm going to put something like throws keyword, throws arithmetic exception. Okay. See here, when I use throws keyword, what happen is whenever an exception occurs in this place, it will be this exception will be thrown to this method. Okay, let me run this program. You will get that exception that will be thrown to this method. So at least I mean like we need to handle that exception here at least. Okay, try catch. Okay, catch of arithmetic exception space EE. Now I'm printing some values. It's out. You are dividing by 0. Okay, you are dividing by 0. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I run this program, you will get the same error message. The thing is, like earlier, I handled the exception here. Am I right?
Yeah.
But usually, let's think where exactly the exception is occurring. It is occurring in this place. Am I right?
Yeah.
But what we are using throws keyword, and this exception is thrown from out of class. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
This exception is thrown from out of class, and it is caught in another class. Did you see?
Yeah.
Yes. So we use throws keyword if you don't want to handle exception in your current class.
Okay.
Okay. We
Yeah.
used throw keyword. Do you remember? We used throw keyword. One second. We used throw keyword if you want to explicitly throw the key exception. I mean, like if you want to handle the exception, you use the throw keyword. If you don't want to handle the exception in the current class, you use the throws keyword. Did you understood the difference? There is small difference. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you I'm not sure whether you got or not.
No. I got it. It's clear right now.
We use throw keyword when we want to
Explicitly through the.
handle the exception. Okay, let's explicitly handle the exception. Okay.
Yeah.
We use throws keyword.
When we don't want to handle the exception in that particular class.
Yes.
But we have to use try and catch method in the other class. Where
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So for interview perspective, they are going to ask in your project, did they use your own exception class, user defined exception class? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then you need to answer for that question. Yes, we used our own exception class, and this is one.
Okay.
Okay. This is how we have created your own exception class. Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions here?
No, it's clear.
So how is your practice actually?
Sorry?
How is your practice? I mean, like how you are doing your assignments and other stuff?
I'm actually even following Balamurugan book. So for me to practice and prepare, it's actually easier.
You mean Balaguru Swami or?
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't think so. That is recommended because that is.
No, if I have like lots of doubts in using that, otherwise I'm just sitting with basics, head first basics and Java tutorial.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, most of my the logic and how to go about it, it's getting cleared in your class itself.
Okay.
I am like solving lots of codes and problems. So if I get too many doubts, I just refer to Balaguru.
I mean, like head first is good, very good. Even I
Yeah.
recommend it first. Head first is very good.
Okay.
Okay. And now let's see something about streams. Okay. Before, okay, streams. Okay. Stream. So can you say what is stream?
It's just a flow of codes.
Yes. Now in Java, it is a flow of data is called a stream. Okay.
Okay.
A stream. So we have different types of stream, like input streams and output streams. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you want to read some data, reading some data is called input stream. Okay.
Okay.
Writing some data is called as output stream. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just don't want to go in depth of the streams, but I just want to discuss the basic right now. I want to read some values from the keyboard. What is that is called as input stream. Okay.
Okay.
Values from keyboard is called as input stream. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Writing values is called as writing values to file. Okay.
Yeah.
File is called as output stream. Okay. What I am going to do is, I just want to read a string. Okay, for you this will be program. You need to work on strings. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, we are going to move bit advanced. File, new, Java project, streams. Okay,
Okay.
streams. Click on next. Click on finish. Source. I'm going to create new package org dot streams. Okay, it is like input streams. Click on finish. I'm going to create a new class. Okay, which is like read data from keyboard. Okay, with public static void main string args. Finish. I'm taking one thing called as data input stream. Okay, this is the class. Okay, space. I'm like keyboard. I'm saying some name equal to new data input stream. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I want to enter some values from the keyboard. If you want to enter some values from the keyboard, you use a class called as system class. Okay, dot in. Okay, this is called as input stream class. Okay, what this system.in do is it reads the values from the keyboard. Okay, and it will be hold in a data input stream class variable. Okay.
Okay.
Then whatever the values you entered from the keyboard, okay, will be holded by this variable. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I want to read the content from that variable. For example, I will say keyboard dot. See, we have something called as read method. Am I right?
Yeah.
What it is returning? Int method. Am I right?
Yeah.
Similarly, we have read byte, read char, read double, that is double value, read see read line, which is string. Am I right?
Yeah.
String. So what I do is string space content equal to keyboard dot read line of something. Okay, and obviously I need to, whenever I use this input stream, I need to mandatorily throw an exception. So throw an exception or surround with IO exception class. It is mandatory. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
so when it is mandatory, can you please repeat that?
So I already said that we have two types of exceptions. One is checked exceptions. Another one is
user defined.
No, unchecked exceptions.
Sorry, I mean I'm not able to get that.
I mean like checked and unchecked exceptions. Checked exceptions that compile time. For all the checked exceptions, try block is mandatory. Even though if you not declare try block, it will ask for the checked exception to put the try block. See, unhandled exception.
Okay.
Okay. Try catch block, and I'm going to print the content of that one. Okay. Let me save the project, run the project. Okay. Now it is asking for some input. Hi, how are you? Something. Okay, I'm starting put blah 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 blah. Put enter. See, it has printed all the values. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it is the time you need to work on string methods. Okay. You need to take an input from the string. Okay. And here I have given input. Am I right?
Yeah.
That input will be in the string content method. It's the content variable. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now you have to work on different string operation like to uppercase, to lowercase, index of, last index of, caret. All the operations you need to work on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is the system.in. Okay. This is the input stream. Similarly, we have an output stream. Do you guess what is the output stream here? System. Can you see any system here? Any statement with system?
System out.
Yes. System.out is now an output stream. In the sense you are displaying some content to the user. Am I right?
Okay. Yeah.
If you are reading some content from the keyboard, that is called as input. Then if you are trying to display some content to the user, that is called as output. Am I right?
Yeah.
Then system.output is the output stream.
Output stream.
Yes.
Okay.
You got it. So apart from out, we have some other thing called as system.error. Okay.
Okay.
System.err. You see err.
Yeah.
err dot print ln. See here what is the difference in the sense when I put some content here. This is Okay, just what I'm going to do is I just want to display content. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now again I'm running the program. Okay, run the program. Hello, this is an error. This is the input I'm giving. Okay, and press enter. Okay, don't forget to press enter. Press enter. See, you can see this. See, when I use system.out.println, it is printing in the form of black. Am I right? Black color.
Okay.
When I use system.error.println, it is printing in the red color. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Why it is printing in the red color? Because it represents an error. If
Error.
you want to
Yeah.
show something error message, you use system.error. Do you
Okay.
remember in the earlier class for the exception, user defined exception? Okay. For example, for the user defined exception, we have displayed the content like, for example, when I mean like in here, how we have printed the message string message equal to exception dot get message. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Now what we are going to do is instead of printing system.out.println, I'm putting system.error
Error.
dot print
Println.
println, and I'm going to put the message here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
message, and when I run this program, see, you can see something like it should is in red color. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
This is represents an error message. Okay.
Okay.
Now what we learned is we have learned input stream, what is input stream, and we have seen what is output stream. In input stream we have system.in, and in output stream we have system.out and system.error. Okay.
Okay.
Apart from this, we have discussed about exceptions, how to handle exception. We have like driver, right? I'm going to send you some, I'm like a copy of things. Okay, you can go ahead with that.
Okay.
We have try block, catch block, throws, throw keyword. When to use try catch, where to use, what is try block? Try block is used wherever there is a chance of getting an exception. What is catch block? Whenever try block found some exception, it will be thrown to the catch block.
Yeah.
Okay, and catch ball will take necessary steps in order to resolve such exception. Okay, then what is throw keyword? Throw is a keyword that is used to throw an exception to the catch block. Okay, what is throws keyword? If I don't want to explicitly handle the exception, then I use the throws keyword. Okay.
Yeah.
This is about the exception handling. How to use, and we have discussed about user defined exception also. Okay. This is all about the exceptions. Okay.
Okay.
And now I just want to discuss something about simple concept called as typecasting. Okay.
Okay.
Typecasting. I'm going to discuss more about streams like file input operations. I'm going to discuss, but not now. Okay. Typecasting. This is one of the simple concept. Okay. What is typecasting? In the sense, converting one data type to another data type is called as typecasting. Okay. For example, I want to convert int to float. Okay, that is called as typecasting. I want to convert from float to double. That is called as typecasting. I want to convert from long to int. That is another kind of typecasting. So here you are converting from one type to another data type. Am I right? Hello?
Yeah.
Any questions here?
Yeah. Hello?
Any questions?
No. It's clear.
Clear.
No.
Okay. Converting from one data type to another data type is called as typecasting. So here we have two concepts. One is widening. Second one is narrowing. Okay, narrowing. What is widening meaning? Do you know any meaning? I mean, just general meaning of widening.
The broad base of.
Yes, broad. You need to make the broad. Okay, a road has been widened. Am I right?
Yeah.
Like that will like it was broad road. Okay, it means like simply I can say that converting lower data type to higher data type is called as widening. Did you got it?
Okay.
Converting lower data type to higher data type is called as Widening. Okay.
Okay.
Narrowing. Can you say what is narrowing based upon widening?
Converting higher data type to lower data type.
Yes, converting higher data type to lower data type. Data type is called as narrowing. Okay. Now
Is
let's talk.
higher and lower according to the priority, like int, float, double, like that, or
Exactly. One is like char. Okay. Int, float, double. Okay. This is how the priority will be. Okay.
okay.
Now widening. Widening in the sense widening. Int is converted to float. Okay.
Yeah.
This is called as widening. Okay. Float is converted to double.
Double.
Okay. This is called as widening. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Narrowing. Okay. Narrowing in the sense float to int is called as narrowing. So let's do it programmatically. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
File, new, Java project called as typecasting. Okay. Click on next. Click on finish. Open this. I'm creating a new package. New package. org dot typecasting. Casting. Okay. Click on finish. I'm going to create a new class called as widening. Widening with public static void means string args. Okay.
Okay.
So for example, I have int I equal to 12. Okay. I have something like float f equal to, what is widening? Lower data type to higher data type. Simply I say I. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to return something important information. Widening is also called as implicit typecasting. Okay.
Okay.
What is this implicit typecasting in the sense? The Java internally converts one data type to another data type. Okay. Hence, it is called as implicit typecasting. Okay. Or generalization. This is also called as generalization. Okay.
Okay.
Now, narrowing in the sense converting narrowing higher data type to lower data type. Okay. This is called as narrow typing. Syntax. For example, I have something like float f equal to 12.9 f. Okay. I want to convert to int I equal to. I want this float value to be converted to an integer. Then what I'm going to do is simply I put like this to okay. I'm adding f float variable. F is float. Am I right here?
Yeah.
I am converting to integer variable. Am I right?
Yeah.
Simply what I do is I need to mention int here. It means that this f variable is going to convert to the integer variable. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose double d equal to 0.68. Okay. I want to convert to int. How can I do it?
Int in brackets.
Okay.
Followed by d.
D. Yes, that's it. Okay. So I said that this is widening, converting low level data type to high level data type. Am I right?
Yeah.
When I print this value, f value, what you can see is when I run this project, see, it will be like 12.0. But integer value is only 12. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now it is converted to float, it is 12.0. Here we are not mentioning anything. We are not doing anything to convert an integer to float. Am I right?
Yeah.
Suppose if I am doing with narrowing, what I am going to do is float m equal to 12.4 f. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am taking int val equal to m. I can't say m because here this is not a valid statement. What I am going to do is I want to convert this m to integer. Am I right?
Yeah.
See, now it got converted. Now if I print the value and when I save and run the project, you can see the output as 12. What is the actual value?
12.4.
What I got the value?
Okay.
12. Am I right?
Yeah.
Here there is loss of data. 0.4 is lost. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Here there will be loss of data. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it clear for you?
Yeah.
This narrowing is also called as, when that is called as implicit typecasting, then this is called as explicit typecasting because the program is explicitly representing the typecasting. Am I right?
Yeah.
Explicitly doing typecasting. Okay.
Okay.
This is called, it is called as explicit typecasting or specialization. Okay. You remember this word, specialization. Okay.
Okay.
Implicit typecasting or widening or generalization is nothing but converting low level data type to high level data type. When high level data type is converted to low level data type, then that is called as explicit typecasting or general specialization or narrowing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this fine for you?
Yeah.
Any more questions?
No.
I mean, like, I just want to take 4 minutes break and we'll get back. Okay.
Okay.
4 or 5 minutes. Okay. And I'm like, again, share the screen. Okay.
Okay.